I promised you history was going to shine favorably on these crazy assertions of mine. They're reading all your fucking minds, and they're telling you, please, everything you see here, try to imagine it. Keep imagining it in the context of it's already happening. It's not something that's rapidly developing, I promise. It's happening. See? Based on recent reports, the pre-speech technology you are likely referring to is a silent speech or pre-speech interface. This thing is so twisted, the descriptors of this is absolutely twisted. Developed by an Israeli startup called Q.ai. Yeah, which was reportedly, okay, acquired by Apple for approximately $2 billion. Key aspects of the technology and its Israeli connection. Technology function. QAI is developing silent speech or pre-speech technology that uses facial micro movements, and they spelled, AI spelled movements, micro movements wrong, and biometric signals, potentially via sensors or e-skin type patches, to anticipate words before they are spoken. It gets just more Orwellian than ever. Essentially decoding internal monologues or silent communication. Military intelligence roots. The founders are reported to be former members, they don't say what elite Israeli military intelligence units, and reports indicate that employees were involved in military service during the Gaza conflict. I mean, okay, what's that mean? Big deal. Of course they were. Ethical and privacy concerns? No. Why would there be those? The acquisition has raised significant concerns regarding potential surveillance, privacy, and military applications of thought reading or pre-speech technologies. E-skin similarities. While the Q.ai report specifically mentions facial micro-movements, this is conceptually similar to research in the field of electronic skin, e-skin, or skin electronics, which are flexible wearable sensors that can detect physiological signals, muscle movements, and in some research contexts, neural activity through the skin. Now, come on. Do you feel like somebody's like, when you read this so far, like somebody's pissing down your neck and telling you that it's raining? Okay, every day I have to deal with these motherfuckers. Every day they're flying shit into, right now they're zapping me. Yesterday as I was recording something about Israel, saying the word Israel, they started pulsing my throat. I felt my throat pulse. And they always say, you beat cancer, you beat cancer. Let's see the next one here. Technion, Israeli Institute of Technology. Researchers in Israel, particularly at the Researchers in Israel, particularly at the Technion, are leaders in this field with recent developments including smart electronic skin patches for health monitoring, sweat chemical sensors, and 3D printed biological glues. The intersection of Israeli technological innovation in e-skin wearable sensors and silent speech AI-based. They want to blame the AI. Neural/muscle decoding is an active area of development, often with both commercial, medical, and military, same thing, implications. Wait for it though, wait for it. Q.ai acquisition. Apple acquired an Israeli AI startup, Q.ai, which specializes in analyzing silent speech through facial micro movements, which are essentially invisible e-skin signals. Okay. Analyzing silent speech through facial micro movements, which are essentially invisible e-skin signals. Is that not some non sequitur spooky ass fucking language? Technion e-skin. Researchers at Technion developed a highly stretchable electronic skin that monitors human motions, including those of joints, which can be applied to aid in prosthetics or identify medical conditions. Yeah. Extrodes, another Israeli company, has developed flexible adhesive patches that monitor electromyography signals on the skin, which can decode silent speech or pre-speech muscle movements. These developments allow for communication through whispers, mouthing, or facial movements rather than audible voice, often referred to as silent speech interfaces. Now, I wish it would go on because it becomes more and more revealing as it goes on, and there's a little Shlomo signature down there or something, whatever the fuck. These developments allow for communication through whispers, mouthing, or facial movements rather than audible voice, often referred to as silent speech interfaces. Now, I got so many stories to tell that are true. You see, back in 2020, it was? 2020 it was. I came out the Marriott in Providence, Rhode Island before I went to Philadelphia in November, October. This is August, September. I was in Boston, in Providence, Rhode Island. I ran out of the Providence Marriott after saying they were shocking me, the floor and shit. They were putting sex noises on the wall over here, then they would be on the wall over here, then they would be on the floor, then be on the ceiling. Okay, and I'm just like, motherfucker, you went to the retard school for radiation. Ooh, ow, ooh, ow. I started doing that, and then they turned it up, and I legit got scared. And when I ran, I left things behind, and I came out the Marriott, and I had my suitcase, and I see. I was legit scared for my life at this point because some things happened that I didn't tell many people. But I see this, I hear payday Monsanto, won't you go get some coffee? Good payday Monsanto, payday. And then I see this dude, I look over. Now I don't know if this was staged and meant for me to see it or not, but I see this dude, he looks like Don Imus, and he's in the parking lot near a car, and he has like something like this, and he's mouthing what I'm hearing. And payday, payday, and he's mouthing it. I don't hear anything. He was standing in front of, there was a Subaru, like a Subaru vehicle there with the door open. I don't know that this is even, I think this was meant for me to see being staged because they want you to think gang stalkers are your neighbors and people on the street. They're not, with few exceptions. People that they get to do it, they dupe to do it, maybe, but that's not where the source of it is. These are remote neural monitors that are in DARPA fusion centers, and we're gonna call them DARPA fusion centers that we don't really know where they're at. They're sitting in or connected, tethered to fusion centers. They're not your neighbors, okay? I promise. But they want to create the affectation and the idea that it's your neighbors doing this, and that's what I think. Boots on the ground. They want people to think that boots on the ground are out there and they're fucking with you when it's really it's Vercator weapons. It's satellite Vercator weapons that are locked onto you. They're so locked onto you, it's not even funny. Like you can't shed this thing very easily. And when you do, it'll alert something, and there's humans there, adult human males that'll pretend to be robots that'll come put it back on. Okay, so I see him mouthing this going, and I'm hearing what he's mouthing. And later on, I went to Oregon. That was like 2021. It was about 9 months later, maybe. And when I was in Oregon, they actually, in Florence, Oregon, they actually let me, like, they gave this thing to me and let me use it. Like, I could think and snap between 3 different voices, and the way I thought determined it. Like, and it's wild. There was 3 different characters that I was able to go in, interspersed, and I could make noises and talk with them. And I noticed if you wanted to yell with it, you had to mouth it. You had to if I wanted to scream with this thing, I couldn't just scream in my head. I had to move, like, and the more you did that, the more you know. This thing is crazy, okay? And there was 3 voices. There was like a clown voice that was familiar. These are characters that the dude had. My buddy Delo's voice, who he always uses, and just his voice, who sounds like this character on Bosom Buddies. There's a character on Bosom Buddies, the show with Tom Hanks. It kind of has, I don't even want to say anything further. Like, it's like a fuzzy bear. It's a fuzzy voice, okay? It's like, oh, like kind of like that. Oh, payday up. It's a gain your trust voice. This is after your emotion. This is this trying to learn your loosh. That's what they call it. And it probably has something to do with Luciferian. Loosh, though, Loosh, they spell it. Okay, so it wants to get you all emotive. It wants to be able to do that. So it wants to mimic your emotions, and then basically to steal your emotive. It doesn't even care what you're thinking. It knows what you're thinking. It wants to know what you're feeling and be able to clone your emotions. That's what they're on at this point. So what I just read you, like, that's, you can't deny what I said this 5 years ago, and this is not even, this is like, it's so mealy-mouthed, the language here, it's so wishy-washy. You know what they're doing. A thought is just an electrical signal, that's all. Let's get over it. They're reading all your fucking thoughts, I promise you. And whistling past the graveyard isn't going to do you any good. Payday Monsanto is a lucid motherfucker, and my word is gospel. I promise you, I downplay it. I don't exaggerate it, I downplay it. So when it does come out, that what I'm saying is true, that it doesn't look, it's even worse than what I said. So I'm not exaggerating it. Contrary, I'm downplaying it. And they've been making it hard for me every single fucking day. We're out of here, Payday, we're out of here. I'm going to start live streaming soon. I have to, again. I cleared my nasal passage with instruments. And when I clear it, and when I get a good clear, I feel the signal go dead. And then they just fly shit back up there. And it's a constant maintenance. It's a continuous regeneration process. This is regenerative medicine. You can destroy it. It's not indestructible, but when you do destroy it, it's just instantly replaced by what's in the ether. They have everything they need, like with all the chemtrails, barium, aluminum, strontium, plasmodium, red blood cells. It's like a smorgasbord they have to pick and choose from. And they can make any drug and make and cause you, neuromodulate any drug that your brain has ever produced. The brain is the drug factory, and they can basically produce in your brain any drug that has ever been received in your brain. And neuromodulation is the use of light to control neurons, with which they can mimic any bodily function. Anything. They can make you have to go, poo-poo. They can make your muscles twitch. They can make your heart flutter, palpitate. They can make you hear, and they have been mastering this in the dark for a long time without telling any of us. If you read this, like, see how it says medical? When it says commercial, it says parenthetically medical. What happened to the VR, the virtual reality game that for all the kids? It wasn't for the kids. Militaries around the world are buying Microsoft HoloLens 3 headsets to conduct warfare. It's not for kids. They were testing the population and calibrating the population and making sure the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. Electromyography signals on the skin. What is that? It says silent speech or pre-speech muscle movements. These developments allow for communication through whispers, mouthing, or facial movements rather than audible voice, often referred to as silent speech interfaces. Lights on, rats out. Bullshit. The truth is going to come out. And when it does, they're going to be running because there's going to be people like me waiting in the wings because it's not going to be punishable to unshuffle these motherfuckers from their mortal coil. The people who are, this is torture. Torture is what they're doing to certain people every single day. Same shit, same shit.